All right, everybody, welcome. Welcome to the ViV Fast Start training for the new consultants. It's really great to see all these new faces, brand new people, a lot of excitement, and glad to be sharing this with you. And what we're going to do tonight is really go through what we call a Fast Start training. And this is going to be the kickoff to your business. A lot of you guys are obviously really excited and just coming right out of the gates. We have amazing promotions going on, which we're going to go over. And what I'd like to have you guys do is just grab a notebook or a notepad, piece of paper. I'll give you a minute here, so that you can take some notes and just really be able to digest and get an action plan. This business here is a very simple business. So one of the things we try to do is to simplify it as opposed to complicating it. And if you're like myself, when I first started this industry, I think I complicated it a little bit. I think I was overthinking it using my engineering background, and fortunate for me that I was able to get in front of some industry leaders very quickly, and they really told me to put my engineering degree aside, and they told me to operate this business at a 6th grade level, and I was a little confused by that, but over the years I've come to know why that is. This business that we're in, relationship marketing and direct marketing, it's about a lot of people doing a little bit of work, right? So it's not up to you guys to try and go out there and get 1,000 customers. This is relationship marketing. You're supposed to weave this into the business that you're doing, your daily lifestyle, whatever it is you're doing, and learn how to pique interest, and then share some of our products with your close network and your family and friends or colleagues. Some of you are in specialty trades like electrical or things that are really targeted towards areas that we can excel. But this business is meant for really everybody. So I wanted to just sort of start with that and set the pace that you don't have to know everything in this business to get going. I want to be clear about that. This is not a business where you take a month or 6 months or even 2 weeks to get educated, right? What you want to do is just get the fast out under your belt, and then realize that you have us. You have a whole team of people that can help you explain the business, teach people, coach people. So I want to set the mindset here that this is just a highly duplicatable, fun business. We keep it simple. Our back office has a ton of videos on all the products. And even the business presentation, we have videos for that. So I want to get you guys used to your tools. So with that being said, we'll get started. Now, you can see here, guys, that this is a one-page Fast Start, right? So everybody here, you've signed up, right? And this is going to be able to be used for you as well. We're going to record this video. You will actually be able to train somebody being brand new yourself with this video. So the first thing to do is sign up your new business partner, help them get their Better Lifestyle bundle. And you really want to explain the reason for getting the bundle. Obviously, there's an amazing suite of products, but I have a lot of businesses where we're selling, right? And the one thing that I do know for a fact is you can't sell something that you don't have any idea if you're not a customer, if you're not a user or having experienced it firsthand. So part of the reason for getting the whole entire bundle, even if you're not going to use all the services, is so that you can understand them all. And myself, I'm using about 5 of the services, and I was blessed to pick up some of the other services really for free in the bundle. And then I was able to get into the back office and really just understand as a user what these all are. So make sure you're helping them understand that. Help them get familiar with the key points of the back office. Right? The first thing I do, and I want to have you guys do, is we'll go through the front page of your home website there and make sure you're really familiar with that, and check out all the products and the videos. Because that front page, what we're really doing is we're guiding people to that page. It might be with them in a coffee store. It might be on your phone. You can pull up the page, and you can show them the products right there, right? So we don't try to really explain this too much. We try to just point to videos, right? And the other thing we do, guys, step number 3, which I think is the most important one, and we'll do a little bit of that towards the end of this meeting, is make sure that you introduce your new business partner to, I always say, at least 2 other ViV consultants that have been in the business longer. We want our new people to have other resources, right? We want them to be able to resonate with younger people, older people, people in professional fields, people that are stay at home. We want to be able to share this business and have other resources. So I think it's absolutely critical to make sure that your new business partner gets introduced to at least 2 other ViV consultants on a 3-way call. And then what we're going to do here tonight, guys, when we start working with you, is really ask people what they want out of the business, right? We don't try to project what we want out of it. I mean, everybody that you see here, as far as the people that have been in the business, we're all going to the top. We want the most that this company has to offer, but that's not everybody. And it's important to understand that we have a community of people that, that'll help you at whatever level you want to get to. Some people just want to come into this business for the social aspect and, just market some products here and there and just make a few bucks, and that's fine. But what we're going to do, guys, we're going to dig into this, and step number 5 is to make a list of the top people that we'd like to be in business with. So what I want to do here is I'm going to stop the share and just open up real quick and chat with you guys. Let me ask Douglas a quick question. Douglas, if I was to ask you, what do you want out of this business? What are you looking to get out of this business? What would you say you're looking to get? Is it a monthly income, or what are you looking to get out of it? Let me see. I think we got to unmute you. You might be muted.
I want to make the money work for me. Like, I don't want to be like full-time working to have money, so I can create like a team, then go create another team, and then I'm gonna get like retired faster and without work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. So your aspiration is like a lot of people we run into. Douglas has his core business. We're working together now, but he's looking to get multiple streams of income so he doesn't have to work so much. So in this business here is very leveraged. Right? It's an M3 income strategy. So if we build a good sales team, if we do this right, and we invest our heart and souls into people, we will build a community of really you're building a sales force and then teach them to do the same thing. So I want you guys to think about that. Think about the leverage of building a sales force, almost like having 1,000 Dunkin' Donuts franchises, right? That's what we're doing here. So who else? Let me see. Joycelyn, what is your goal with this business? I mean, are you more of somebody that's just looking for a part-time income, or are you looking for a half-time income, or looking to really get out of the career and position that you're in?
It's a combination of things. Definitely I need the extra income. I'd love it if I could take off and don't have to work a 9-to-5 job in a community setting, but work on my time. But I also love the networking, the social good that this company could do. I've seen this type of industry work for other products, but I didn't get in at the beginning. I got in at the tail end.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Very quickly, I saw everyone that I talked to. Oh no, I already know someone. Oh no, I already said yes to this person.
Yeah.
So when Ken brought this to my attention, it was a no-brainer for me, and especially with it being such an innovative technology. So I see this really, really helping myself and my family.
Awesome. You bring up a very good point. For those of you guys that are brand new, if you're not familiar with what Joycelyn's talking about, is we are very fortunate to be at the ground floor of this company. I've never been in one of these companies at this level, at the ground floor. I mean, there's just over 1,000 people. These companies tend to go into the millions of associates worldwide. And you guys are all part of the very first founders circle, which is part of what we're doing here too. So it's very important to understand at what phase of the cycle we're in this business. You don't have to get into all the numbers, but just understand that I feel that we're all very privileged that this company started in the Northeast. Like, this company could have started in California and we would have never heard about it, right? So the only reason that we even know about it is it literally started right here in the Northeast, in New England and Connecticut. And whoever got out to you as quickly as they did, you were some of the very first people. There's only a few thousand people know about this. So that's a great point. So what we're doing there, guys, we can talk to you guys one-on-one, but you really want to figure out what type of income you're trying to get to. Is it $500 a month, $5,000 a month? Is it $50,000 a month? Because anything's in this business, it's all obtainable. Now, that being said, this is work. It's not unlike any other thing. It's work. The difference is there's no ceilings to it. You can work your ass off at your current job, and there's going to be some sort of a ceiling, I'm guessing, unless you're working for yourself. Here, if you work your ass off, you'll get paid, and so will the people. But here's the key. We can't do it by ourselves. The only way to succeed in this business is to help a lot of other people. Put your heart and soul into other people. care about other people, teach them some things, pick them up when they if they fall down, that type of thing. So the one thing I love about this industry is it's very transparent. People literally get paid what they're worth, and even right in the Bible, it says service to many leads to greatness, right? And I'm not going to get into a religious debate, but it's really true. It's the bigger the sales team we build, the more we help people, the more our checks go up. So it's always important for you guys to figure out what it is you want out of this business and then to write that down. So what we're going to do here, we're going to start at step 5, right? Because we've already done networking calls. We'll introduce each other to each other all here, so you'll have more than 2 or 3 associates to work with. But step 5 is really taking out a piece of paper, and I want you guys to write out the top 20 people that you want to be in business with. Now, you don't have to think too hard about this. There is no right or wrong. Think about your network and think about who would be somebody good to be in business with. And I want you guys to actually take out that piece of paper right now and try to write down 20 people, and we're going to help you. And this is what I want you doing for your new people as well. Right? So now, when we're talking about people we want to be in business with, I'm not talking about, our lazy beer drinking brother-in-law, right? We're talking about, the realtor that sold me my house. So if you guys know any realtors, that is a great place to start. Realtors are natural networkers. They're used to talking, they're used to selling themselves, and they really work for themselves. If you know anybody in insurance, if you know any builders, right? I'm a builder, Kenny's a builder. We have massive networks, and we're not afraid to promote and share and teach and coach and train. So anybody in the building industry, Douglas is an electrician. That is a perfect industry, right? Because what are we dealing with? Energy, solar, power. Now we have so many products that there's really not an industry that we don't relate to. I mean, if you're a daycare provider, we have Medi-Call and we have Getaway, right? We have individual products for any business. All right, so I want you guys to think about business owners. Right, who do you know that already owns some sort of a business? That's a great place to start. Ken, what are some other good ones?
I don't know, you covered a lot of them.
You talking to me, Brian?
Yeah, anybody. What's another?
I mean, pretty much anybody. I mean, you have conversation with everybody every day. I mean, Bruno's on here. He's a finished carpenter. You understand how the network works when you start surrounding yourself with amazing people, and you'll find people. Like I met somebody the other day, and I didn't really know them that well, and then you just start talking to them to see if they're even a fit for their energy. Like Bob says, and our other thing, you feel the energy that they're putting off. I don't know where to start. There's so many of them. I mean, you mentioned a bunch of them. That's a good place to start with all those that are kind of in the industry. But then you do have professional network marketers that are at the tail end of what they're doing or are looking for a different business as well. And some people will be reluctant. Oh, I know somebody sells Mary Kay. I know somebody sells Thrive, and I don't want to bug them. But you never know if something's a different fit for them, where they're going to be more passionate towards that, and my passion for this business. So if you show them then that you're passionate what you're doing and why, you just educate them and let them make the decision, Yeah.
No, it's really, it ends up being anybody, but you hit something on the head. So anybody that's, in the trades at all, they're working for themselves, and most of them won't have retirement plans. What we're doing here, we get paid every single month forever. This is a retirement plan. This is something we build over the next 5 years that can retire us, right? And that's a big difference. So if you know anybody that's independently employed, they don't have 401ks usually, and they don't have pensions definitely. So that's why I say that these are some good industries. Anybody that's self-employed, number one, they're used to working. And there's nothing wrong with the 9-to-5 crowd. I mean, we have some very good 9-to-5 type of people, but you got to look for somebody that wants out. You know what I mean? Somebody that's really sick of the rat race, sick of somebody else controlling their hours, controlling their pay, that type of a thing. So there really is nobody bad to show this to. I'm just trying to highlight some fields. So Karen, what industry are you in?
Was that you're asking me?
Yeah. So what industry? What's your background? What industry are you in?
My husband and I are in cattle ranching,
Cattle
and
ranching.
we've got
Okay.
5 girls, and I'm at home with the girls. So
Okay. So you must have, I would think, farm supplies, right?
yeah,
You have to go shopping for farm supplies.
right.
Whoever owns that store would be a good person to talk to.
Okay.
You see what I mean? Because they're already entrepreneurial,
Right.
they're already doing stuff, and they might like some stuff. Because that's a tough industry.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It's pretty much anywhere you go, anybody that owns a business, there's a way to pique interest, and we'll get into that. But I just want to kind of free your thinking. Guy, what's your background, brother? What do you do for a living?
So currently, for summer, I work at a carpentry business, but I go to school for business.
Okay, what
So
school do you go to?
I go to Mass Bay, Wesley.
Okay, perfect. So so my 22-year-old daughter just graduated college. About 90% of the people you go into school with, they're going to get out and struggle to find a job. So this is something you can introduce to them, right? As an M3, as a multiple source of income. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it all becomes about. So think about all you got to do for your 20 names is just think about people you know in school. And then you just share your story of why you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a lot of friends that are, seeking for business too. So I've been in touch with them with this
You're
opportunity,
So, all right. So who's does everybody got 20 names? Does anybody not have 20 names?
I don't have 20 names.
Bruno, what's up, brother? You're slacking.
How you doing, man? I got like 10 names.
Well, I really want to free your minds. I don't want you guys to think too hard, because what happens, guys, is we tend to pre-qualify people. And what I mean by that, we think about, wow, my buddy does this, but you know what? He's too busy. He wouldn't be interested. We don't want to do that. We want to show people and let them make their decision, because you never know who's going through what. And the other thing, guys, is we all need practice. We need practice showing this business, peaking. I almost don't care if people say yes or no in the beginning. You guys need to get into a habit of just piquing interest, showing the business, and let people figure out if they want it or not. Does that make sense?
Totally sense, I guess.
Now, listen, if it's your 95-year-old grandmother, we're probably not going to show her the business. I mean, maybe we would, but no. So one of the things we do, guys, is we sometimes just open up your phone, open up to the letter A, and just start looking. Just start seeing who might, right? Bruno, I got to imagine that you know a bunch of builders.
I know about like 20 of them. And
well, there's your list of 20. That's where you should start.
I'm still writing stuff over here as you talk.
Perfect. Now, there's a good example. So, Bruno, all it's going to be up to you is to pique interest. When you're talking to these other builders, say, listen, I have a business partner, me and Kenny, and they're building these multi-million-dollar homes in Weston. It's that, I don't know if this would be a fit, but I got something I'd like to show you. That's it. Then you show them a video, and then you get Kenny or I on the phone to help you educate that person. Does that make sense?
It makes total sense. I already have some people that I spoke to, like today.
Yep.
And they want to learn about it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so all you're going to do is we're going to give you guys some tools and some videos, and then you're going to use us to get on the phone and help explain it. So this is a perfect case in point. Like, so my brother Kenny here, he's running around like a madman managing 4 very high-end jobs. So he's busy, to say the least, right?
Oh,
but
yeah.
he had the time on one of our job sites to talk to one of our very good friends, Bruno, and say, hey, Bruno, listen, I don't know if this would be a fit, but I got something I want to run by you. So Kenny was weaving it into what he's already doing. This is what I really want you guys to get out of this. This isn't necessarily separate time where you got to stop doing this, stop doing your core thing and then start doing this. This is here and there, 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there. Peak interest. If you're at a Home Depot, talk to the cashier. They probably don't want to be there. But it's just us getting out of our comfort zone. Does that make sense, guys and girls? All right, so now you get that. The other thing I want you to do, I want you to make a list of 10 potential customers. Now, this is different because this is somebody that I do want you to pre-qualify. If you have a relative, a parent, a friend, if you just know somebody that they just, you know they're not going to want to do this business, but they would appreciate the product. Oh, Jeff's having a little meltdown. If you know somebody, this would be your grandmother or your brother, somebody like you know they're not going to be interested in the business, but they can benefit from our energy products or our travel products or home security or solar. I mean, we have a whole host of products. I want you guys to go through your phone and try to pick, 10 people that you know that you could show some of the products, and they'd quite likely become a customer. So I'll give you a few minutes on that. And again, this is usually mostly relatives, I would say, cousins, aunts, or if you just know somebody.
Ryan, I was also going to say too, if anybody that offers you a service that you're.
That is an amazing point. I mean, what Amanda's talking about is I definitely leverage. If I'm buying millwork, I say this for a reason. If I'm buying materials from a company, I will actually be a little bit stronger in my approach. And a good case in point, my millwork company, I've been buying from them for 20 years. Like, they're going to be my customer. There's no two ways around it. I'm still going to ask them nicely, but the point is that's called business reciprocity. So anywhere you guys are buying materials, you can be a little bit stronger in your approach and say, listen, I really appreciate the service you've been giving us. I have a business. Don't call it a side business, right? In my business, I can help you with your utility bills. I need 5 minutes to show you something. So the point is, I'm going to really tell them that we're going to meet. And that's called business reciprocity. So anywhere you guys are buying materials, we can go in there and get those energy accounts, and we can help you. People like me and Jeff and Kenny, we can help you close those deals. So we can get to that. So if you have any, just like I said with Karen, where she buys her supplies, you've been buying from them for years, right? So you might want to lead with that and say, listen, I just got something I want to buy you. It may be a fit, maybe not. We can go from there. All right, so let me go back to the fast start here. So what you can see here, guys, is we have made a list of the top people you'd like to be in business with and also the potential customers, right? Now, I'm going to skip back to part 6 towards the end here. But the 7th step here, guys, I want you to write this down. I want you actually to go to the site, and I'll type it in the chat. You guys all know how to use the chat? And I'm giving you guys a website. It's networkmarketingpro.com. And I highly encourage you guys to go here. And you can sign up for the website. They have I think it's like $6 and you get the GoPro book. This is a little thin book, and you can get the audios or the MP3s or whatever you want. But this is a little thin book. If you guys commit to reading that book, or I actually listen to it, it's 3 CDs or the MP3s. If you can commit to listening to that, it's like a 4-year degree in network marketing. It really is. I mean, the guy who developed it, Eric Worre, he teaches and coaches multi-millionaires, people that have made $100 million in network marketing, he coaches. Now, I'm not saying you want to make $100 million in network marketing. What I'm saying is it's the same information that caused those people to do that. And it's the same information that I digested. So if you desire to operate at a high level in this business, I would highly encourage you to go to networkmarketingpro.com, register for their stuff. They have a bunch of free videos. Every day you get a little email. It's like a little 2-minute training tip. And then just get in there and get educated about this business, right? So we can educate you on the products and the services, and we can help you as business partners. But it is going to be up to you, just like any other business, right? Douglas, you got your master's in electrician. You had to study for it. The difference is this is really easy. This is not like Harvard level stuff. This is just listen to it in a repetitive manner over and over and over again. That'll really get you off on the right foot. And the other thing, guys, if you're training your new people to study this material, then you're not going to have to teach them how to be a professional network marketer. They'll get it here. That makes sense? So this is how we leverage and duplicate. We use trainings. We use other people. we use services that exist to help teach and coach and train. So make sure you get on Network Marketing Pro. Download the audios, get the audios. It's called GoPro. I don't even have a book kicking around. I'll find it before we go. It's called GoPro by Eric Worre. It's a really good site. All right, so let me go back to the training here. Step number 8, there's another service called Rank Makers. And you can find this online. I forget the Facebook page, but if you do a Google search on Ray Higdon and look up Rank Makers, he has a service. I think it's like $20 a month or $240 for the year, that he is leading, again, a team of worldwide people. A lot of them are brand new. He teaches the daily method of operation. Right now, again, this really is all going to matter on how committed you are and how big you want your business to grow. I think Eric Worre is a must. Rank Makers will be like the next step. They'll teach you professional social media marketing, right? Ray and Jessica Higdon literally built their business on social media because they had already burnt their entire warm market. So if you're somebody that thinks they don't have a warm market, or for some reason you're not comfortable in your warm market, that service from Rank Makers, they literally teach and coach and guide you every day. Little 15-minute clips, little Facebook Lives, and they will guide you on the daily method of operation. They might say, hey, guys, let's get together and reach out to 20 people, and this is how you do it. And they'll coach you on what to say. We also do that here every week. On Tuesday nights, we have a training. But I'm just giving you guys some more resources that can help you become professional network marketers really quick. All right, let's see. Step number 9 here, guys. So Tuesday night webinars, right? So what you guys right now, we're on a fast start training. And we're going to offer this every Tuesday night. So as you guys are building your sales force, we're going to be doing this every Tuesday night, helping you help them get off the ground. So Tuesday night trainings. But we also have another training going on right now as we speak, and it's called the Pace Setter Training. And that's where we actually get together and build the business for people that are in the business. So we kind of have a beginner's training and like an intermediate training. So make sure you guys are getting plugged in. You're going to get emailed. Tuesday nights is the big training night for Vive. We try to do it all in one night, and they're all recorded. So you're going to get the recalls, the replays. But the one thing we didn't want to do is have webinars every single night so that you guys didn't have time to work. So we try to do it all on Tuesday nights. And what we're going to do now, guys, step 10, is we're going to create a daily and a weekly method of operation. I'm going to help you do that. So the core of this business, guys, again, is little bite-sized pieces, 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there. Don't think you have to spend 2 hours a day in this business. And what we're doing is we really focus the core of this on something that we call text blitzing. And what that is opening up your phone and reaching out to 20 or 30 people in one shot. It's a high-impact activity. We say little bits of things. We send it out to a lot of people. So we're actually going to do that with you here. I'm going to type something else in the we also have a YouTube channel. And I know this might seem like a lot of stuff, but just bear with me. All right, so we have a YouTube channel called the Vive Success Network. Every single training that we do is recorded there. We have an hour-long training just on text blitzing. We have trainings on just how to peak curiosity. We have advanced trainings. We have one of Ray Higdon's trainings there, right, that he came on. Lisa Kennedy was able to actually get him to come on Vive with us and record a really good training. So, again, if you go to the Vive Success Network, if you just start to plug into all this stuff, there's a whole framework, a whole business, a whole community of very professional peoples. Everything already exists. Right? All the resources you guys could ever need are all out there for you. And I'm going to give you guys, if you don't have my number, it's right here. That's my cell phone number. Feel free to hit me up. If I don't have your number already, you can get on our list. And I'm a resource for you guys. Right? If you're piquing interest and you're talking to a builder or a realtor or whoever, you can basically show them a 10-minute video and say, you know what, let's talk with my business partner. He's been in the business longer. He can help explain compensation. I think after you talk to him, you'll know if this is a fit or not. Same thing with Kenny. You can use Kenny, Jeff. There's a whole team of people you guys would be able to use as escalation tools. All right. So the process, guys, is to text a little bit of information, pique curiosity, and then share a video. And I'm going to send a link to you guys right now. I'm going to give you a couple of video links. Just bear with me for a second. And these are business links that you can share, the little 10, 15-minute links that you can share to pique interest in the business. Let me share this one. All right, so there's a link right there. Can you guys all see the chat? Everybody good with that?
Yep.
Okay. Anybody not see it? Okay, perfect. So there, if you go to sharevive.com, there's a little 11-minute video. You can literally text that to somebody. Now, the one thing we don't want to do is just text it all over Facebook. I can tell you right now, it just plain and simple won't work. We don't want to like blast this out. We want to go one by one, and we want to think about people, be human to human, say, listen, I thought of you because of your real estate. This may or may not be a fit, but do me a favor, check this video out, and if it piques interest, we can chat a little bit more about it. Right? We want to be unassuming. We want to lower people's walls and really just get them to honestly take a look at our business. So that's one video you can use. I'm going to give you a couple here. And you guys got to check these videos out yourselves too and see what you resonate with. Excuse me. The second video here is a version that I did. It's a little bit more hard hitting, and I don't mean that in a mean way. I run a lot of businesses, so I tend to be very direct. This will probably resonate if you have people that are like high-level business owners or white collar. I highly suggest you check them out and see which one you resonate with or which one you want to send to different people. Does that make sense, guys? So we have different tools sometimes for different people, and we're going to do more of these too. There's going to be more and more videos, but either one of those two videos you can send to somebody, and it gives them a little 10 or 15-minute overview of the business. Does that make sense? And then from there, you can just say, listen, I got a business partner. I'd love to get on the phone. They can help explain a little bit more. And if that resonates, we can take it a step forward. So guys, what I want to do, I want to actually go into a live text blitz. Actually, well, let me wrap up one more thing before we start that. So we talk about a daily and a weekly and a monthly method of operation. We can teach this business in a 5-hour-a-week business model. What I mean by that is that if you commit to showing up for Tuesday nights to get trained, and you commit to 1 hour on Saturdays or Sundays, reaching out to a lot of people, you can spend 3 more hours doing just 3 appointments a week, and that's a 5-hour-a-week business model. If you do that for 52 weeks, you will create a very healthy income in this business if that duplicates. That's all I ever did in this business, and it made me the top recruiter in the whole company. Now, I don't say that to impress you. It has nothing to do with me. I use very high impact activities, and I value my time. So I've come up with a pretty efficient way to do this stuff. It's not about me. It's about managing time, right? Nobody has 40 hours a week to do this business, right? But if you can commit to us 5 hours a week, we can show you how to get to pretty much whatever income you want. And that's what we do, right? We commit to Tuesday nights. We commit to at least 1 hour. I like to do it on Saturday mornings, but you could do it on a Thursday night. You can do it whenever you want. But in 1 hour, you can reach out to about 40 people, right? If we just sit down and shut everything else out, and we really just focus on reaching out to people, you can send 30 or 40 texts. So that's what I mean by a weekly method of operation. I always like to say to people, put at least 15 minutes a day into this business, even on a Sunday. Reach out to a few people or follow up with somebody. Just something to keep engaged as it relates to this business. That's your little daily method of operation. And then on a monthly method of operation, we do have physical get-togethers, right? We have social events. There's usually there's something going on almost every week. But I would suggest going to at least one thing a month to meet other associates, right? Meet other consultants. More of a social thing, and also to commit your new people to that. So that's a daily, weekly, and monthly method of operation. Does anybody have any questions on that? No questions? Everybody good? All right, let's get into a textbook then. What I want you guys to do, that list of 20 people that you wrote down, what I want to do in the next 15 or 20 minutes is let's reach out to every single one of them, and we'll do it together. So the way we do this is by using as short of a text as possible. All we're trying to do is pique interest, right? So if I was reaching out to Douglas, and he's an electrician, and I actually did this. I just met him not too long ago. I just said, hey, Douglas, what's happening? Listen, it was really great meeting you. I have a business idea that I want to run by you. I'm not sure if it'd be a fit, but I'd love to grab a coffee and catch up. And Douglas, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that was almost exactly what I said, right? It was something like that. And Douglas, because of the way I said it, he's like, yeah, man, let's catch up. Let's grab a coffee. And the reason I said that is because I said, I'm not sure if this would be a fit or not. Right? I don't want to say anything like, you would be great at this business. You got to check this out. This is the most amazing thing ever, right? That sends up red flags in people's radar. This is a business idea, right? We're not sure if it's going to be a fit for people or not. All we want to do is show it to them. That makes sense, guys? So we want to make sure that we're not using traditional MLM language from years ago, you know, trying to say, oh my God, this is the easiest thing ever. You'd be great. It's so easy. You make millions overnight, right? We want to be honest with people. It is an opportunity where you can make millions, but I would never say that in a text. So we're just trying to do something like that. So what I want you guys to do is open up your phone, go to the first person, and write a text. And if you're not sure what to say, tell me a little bit about the person, and I'll help you. I'll help you with what to say, and we can work on it together. Does that make sense? But the goal of this, guys, is we want you guys to have booked appointments right from this training. We want you to have your businesses up and running, and make sure there's no kinks, and make sure we're helping you. And those of you that are veterans, I see Kenny's driving, so you got an excuse. But Mr. Cludia, you and I could be texting too, you know.
I'm doing it, bro. I'm doing it right now.
Nice.
Customers and consultants.
So why don't you give these guys an example of something that you just texted or you're about to text, just to give them somebody else's point of view.
Hold on, I'll show you something I just sent right here. So I just put, hey, Eric, hope you're crushing the day as always. This guy I just met, 2 weeks ago? I said, hey, quick question. Are you open to looking at another income as long as it doesn't interfere with your core business? If not, no big deal.
That's a perfect text. So that's a whole different, there's a lot of ways, and that's why I wanted to ask him. There's a lot of ways you can frame this. So all Kenny did said, hey, are you open to exploring something that doesn't mess with your core income? And then he used some words there too. He said, are you open? Right? If I say, if I reach out to Joyce and I say, hey, Joyce, are you interested in starting a new business? Instantly, she's going to be, hell no, I'm way too busy. It's just the way it is, right? Because of the way I said it. Mm-hmm. But if I said, hey, Joyce, I'm not sure if this would be a fit, but are you open to checking something out? It's very hard to say no to the phrase, are you open? She's going, no, I'm not open-minded. You see what I mean? It's hard for people to say no to that. So Kenny's using some very choice words there. And then he also said, if not, no big deal. What that's saying is, I don't need you to do this.
Right.
That's really, really good language. What it is you're lowering people's walls. Like, I got a business idea, no big deal, but if you're open, let's grab a coffee. It's very casual language. That was a great example, Kenny. Another approach that you guys can use is a very direct approach, which is an offshoot of that. We're going to be reaching out to people. I reach out to people I haven't seen in 40 years, 30 years, maybe not 40, but 35 anyway, right? 30 years. And we, since we haven't talked or even seen each other or anything, how do you break the ice, right? So Joyce, I'm going to use you again. Let's say you and I went to grade school together, right? and I hadn't seen you in 35 years, but I see you on Facebook, and now we're friends, but just because I saw you, you know. I might reach out and say, hey, Joycelyn, how's it going? I'd love to catch up and get reacquainted, but the real reason I'm reaching out tonight is I see on Facebook that you're in real estate. And I have a business idea I'd like to run by you. It may or may not be a fit, but I think it's worth checking out, something like that. So what you're doing there is just saying, hey, I'd love to catch up, but we're not being fake about it. There's nothing worse than going out and saying, hey, Joycelyn, how you doing? Man, I'd love to catch up. How's the family? How's it going? And then you respond, and then I respond. We build this relation, and then I drop the bomb on you. Hey, I got a business idea I want to buy you. It's just really fake, right?
Right.
That's a way to say, hey, I'd love to catch up, but the reason I'm reaching out is I actually have a business. I see something about you, and it could be on Facebook. Or you could say something like, the reason I'm reaching out tonight is I'm really looking for like-minded people. I have a new business. I'm not sure if it'd be a fit. If not, no biggie. When you put it like that, it's just very unassuming. So all of this is just different language. Amanda, do you have a different version or something that I haven't hit yet that you use?
So I've been using basically a combination of all of those, but if it's somebody that I haven't spoken to in a while, I will say, you know, hey, so-and-so, wow, long time no talk. I hope you are well. And then I'll say something like, I definitely want to catch up soon, but right now I'm reaching out to see if you're open to a side project, if it doesn't interfere with what you're currently doing. If not, no big deal. I would still love to catch up anyways. So it's kind of a combination of what you're saying. I've just been using that with people that I haven't, you know, really talked to in a while.
That's a really good one, yeah, because a lot of people, I don't want you guys to be afraid to reach out to somebody from high school. That's
Right.
why we're giving you all this different language, right? We're trying to show you how to break the ice with just about everybody. And the
So
one
I've
thing
also-
go ahead.
And Amanda and Ken, actually yesterday we were in a call because I did my first text listing yesterday. And I forgot to tell you, I actually have an appointment with a friend that we're actually going to go over. Because I texted him last night what he thinks about the business, like if we could catch up.
Yeah.
So I was
Awesome.
wondering, what do I do now?
That's awesome. That's awesome. We'll definitely get on a call before you go meet with him, okay?
Yeah, whatever you need. You got my number in the chat. Just write it down. You need anything at all, just let me know. We're all there for each other. That's the beauty of this business.
That's awesome.
Now, Guy, that's another good thing because it's up to you to pique interest and set an appointment, but it's really not up to you to show the business at this point, unless you're really comfortable with it. But what we want to do, remember, we want to keep this down to like an 8th grade level. We want you guys to be confident that you have a team of people that it's going to – we're all business partners. So when you're sitting with your friend and you show him one of those 2 videos, before you watch the video with him, you can say, hey, listen, I have a business partner. I'd love to get on a 3-way call. They can really help explain the compensation, a little bit more about the business. It's newer for me. You know, would you be open to having my business partner chat with us when we're done? Just ask their permission if it's okay to get on a 3-way call. If they freak out and say, nah, I'd rather not, then don't do it. But most of the time, if you word it the right way, if you tell your friend, this is new for me, but I got a business partner, and they can really help explain the compensation. See, most people want to know how we get paid. So you can use things like that. And the other thing that will help you guys, if at all possible, watch the video with the person. That will literally double your chances of having a new consultant. Whether you're on a Zoom meeting like this and you send it to them and watch it, or whether you're on the phone with them as they watch it. But you being with them as they watch it will literally double your chances of getting a new consultant. And the reason is if we just text them the video, they're going to get busy. Something's going to happen. The wife's going to come in. The dog's going to bark. Junior's going to fall down the stairs. Something will distract them, and invariably. Human beings have an attention span just about that of a goldfish, which is 8 seconds. So it's not that they don't want to watch it, but they might get distracted. Now, if you call them and you talk and say, let me send you this, I'm going to stay on the phone when you watch it, you are in control as a professional networker of that business meeting. That's what it is, right? It's no different than when I close a multi-million-dollar house deal. I don't just text somebody a contract. I sit with them and sell them, close the deal, right? There's millions on the line. I want you to think about it the same way. This is a professional business. So, if we're going to spend time doing this business, and if we're going to reach out to 10 people, would you rather have 5 or 8 of them join or just 1? Right? It's about business efficiency. So I see a lot of people get caught up in the trap of just texting the video. It doesn't sell itself. It's a piece, but you want to be on it with them. Now, when you're on the phone and you watch the thing, right, you can hear inflections of what resonates. If you're on a Zoom meeting, you can see it. Best of all, guys, my first year in this business, I did 155 coffee meetings in my first year. Now, that may sound like a big number, and I said that on purpose. That's 3 appointments a week. It's super easy to do, 3 half-hour appointments a week. I would literally sit with them, open my laptop, play the video, and now we're face-to-face, and they can see my emotion, and they can hear my story. And that's why we recruited more people than anybody else. It's because of that personal commitment. Anyway is fine. I'm just giving you guys ideas of what works and what doesn't. The more we can put into these, the higher our closing ratios will be. That's all. Does that make sense? So we get about 10 more minutes here, guys. I want you guys to send, hopefully, 20 texts. So how many, just give me a show of hands, and who's sending texts, and how many of you sent so far? You sent 6, Kenny? Douglas, how many did you send, buddy? 5? Okay. Keep texting. Bruno, what about you, pal?
I wrote all the names here. We're going to send the message later. Is that okay?
Why later?
Because we are talking right now, and I'm just paying attention to what you're saying, and it's just like my first day. I want to learn more. And I mean, like I told Kenny, it's just I'll bring people, and I'll have like you guys explain to them the business as I'm learning, you know what I mean? When I'm good at it, I can do it myself. But as right now, you know, I'm just gonna introduce people to the business, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bring
Kenny, you want to jump in on this one, buddy?
I don't know. I mean, that's what we're here for. We're here to help. Like you could start with, you know, we're talking today, just like customers. You know, I sent you a link for your customer, and I can do it with you tomorrow too. You tell me if there's somebody you want to talk to, send that video to, get on the phone. I mean, that's what this is all about. It's about, you know, taking action. What I did, and this is kind of what I still do, and you know this because that's how I did with you. I've been doing this profession for 4 or 5 years now. I still, not in a bad way, this word, but I still act like an idiot because I'm becoming a professional finger pointer.
Yeah.
I play this and I said, oh, let me call him. Oh, let me call him. Let me call her. All right. So you're gonna learn, and of course you know you have some serious relationships. You want to make sure you know what you're talking about. But some of those guys, you know, you're looking up to for advice in other businesses. They'd be happy to help you look at something and get their professional opinion. And that's why I said, hey, this may not be for you, but I'd love to get your professional opinion. And then when you sit down with them, when we sit down with them, you kind of say, hey, you know, this is Kenny, this is Brian, this is Matt, this is whoever. You know, what's your take on this? You know, help me or help these guys help me because I'm learning. So you're gonna do things and you're gonna learn as you go. Like I was telling today, you're gonna hear the questions that your buddy's gonna say to us, and you're gonna hear the answers I'm gonna say to your buddy. And what's gonna happen is you're gonna learn and get trained right then and there by me talking to somebody. You not saying anything. You just contact, invite, and pretty much close the lips and let us do the rest. But it's going to show them, wait a minute here, Bruno, you know, invited me to sit down with him and this guy, Kenny, and he didn't say anything. This guy, Kenny, did everything. You know, this may be a business for me if I don't have to do everything, right? I don't have to sit down for 6 months and get trained or go to school or take a class. I can literally do this. So, and that gets into somebody's head as well.
So here's a good way to think about this, guys. Here's a good way to think about this. Everybody here knows the car company Uber, right? You want to act like you just found out that, like, the next company, the next Uber company, but nobody knows about it yet. Now, nobody here can dictate or tell me about the algorithms that are behind Uber, the software, the technology that's behind Uber. But imagine you had that information and you're going to these people and say, hey, man, listen, I got the next Uber. I don't really know everything about it, but I know it's this. I'm not sure if it'd be a fit or not, but my business partner knows all about this. We have a quick little overview, check it out. It may be a fit, maybe not. That's the mindset you want to have. And the reason, Bruno, I'm not picking on you. The reason is this is not carpentry. This is not construction. You don't have to learn. It's quite the opposite. You don't have to learn how to frame a house. You know what I mean? This business here, you really don't need to know anything. And I mean, like, all you need to know is what we're teaching you here tonight to get started. Because this is a business of rapid duplication. And here's another way to look at it. This business, Bruno, you're going to have hundreds and then thousands of people all over the country in your business over the next year or two. So let's say you had 1,000 people and you were doing a fast start training with 1,000 people. And you're coaching them to set appointments. But every single one of them hesitated and waited and said, I'll do it later. You have 1,000 people doing nothing. But if each one of them just put one appointment out, there would be 1,000 invites in your business. You see what I mean? So what we try to do on this fast start is really break the paradigm about how this is not really like any other business you had. It's a business of doing first and learning second. And I know it's a little weird, but this business loves speed and duplication. That makes sense? And what I want to have happen, I want you to send some invites so that when they text back, we can help you with what to say on the second text. That makes sense?
Yeah,
So
I'll do it right now.
grab one or two people. These can be your best buddies too. It doesn't have to be the A-lister builders. This can be, friends of yours,